The following podcast has been brought to you by Banter Club. It goes a little so it goes like porn and goodies. Porn and goodies. Once again, it's time for everybody to come aboard the NXT AEW train. It is the Wednesday night war. My war. This war is my war. This land is not your war.
It's my show. Triple H Shore, with as the merch goes, repping the brand, terrorizing.
Oh Lord!
I fucking saw this shit on WWE Shop. I was like, well, I know where my $20 is going today.
Oh Lord! Did you see the new Inner Circle shirt?
Yes, that was going to be the other shirt I bought. I didn't buy it, but I'm going to buy it.
That shit looks cool. It reminds me of the RVD Blood and Bones gimmick. Yeah. Anyways, I'm the Angel of Death 6XL, the man with the longest reign. Oh, man, Jesus. And I ain't talking about Roman. Here I am, the Tribal Chief.
Tribal Chief.
Man, your middle name is Joe. So how the fuck did you get from Leety to Leaky to Joe? Leaky Joe?
Leaky Joe. Joe Leaky.
That sounds like a busted bathroom, bro.
If it was 1995, we know what his gimmick would be.
Oh, no. Don't say that. Hey, listen, Roman. We like you, bro. And hopefully they never give you that fucking name. If they're going to give you a cool name, I would just go with his real name, which is with a T, not a K, which is kind of cool. Leety.
Yeah, Leety. I think he's safe now. He's a chief.
That's why I'm saying though they should. First of all, I would have got rid of the fucking the song, the look.
They took off the vest and gave him a like new look and didn't change the song. Why didn't they change the song?
They didn't change this. And you see the lights. They changed the lighting and like the designs that are around them to be more Samoan.
But the song.
Yep. They let him keep Taz's theme song.
Anyway,
in the background, you need a splicey. It's time.
Anywho, I am your former Fortune 4-time Ramblemania champion of this and all the other worlds, TJ the Great. TJ the Great. And we are not here to talk about the Tribal Chief and what is going on those shows, but we're here to discuss the Wednesday Night Wrestling War because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
And that's mainly what we do here because the sports are coming to an end. It's little by little. The NFL is going, but we don't care about the NFL here. So
I mean, yeah, we don't care about it, but you know, I miss football.
Yeah. College is going.
And college
football is going. It's a weird year because of, you know, some people are playing, some people aren't playing, but college football is going.
You know what football I really miss?
I know. If you're a fan of your beloved, aren't they terrible this year though? The Giants.
I think so, but you know what though? If Vince McMahon and The Rock can pull it together.
Oh yeah, if we can, if I'm excited for the XFL in the future.
Because
bring me some XFL.
TBH, I was loving it.
It like. Lost in all the COVID ruined this and that because COVID ruined everything. The XFL was genuinely like a joy to watch this time. It was entertaining. Like it was good. A lot of the things they said they wanted to do in terms of speeding up the pace of the game and making it a little bit more exciting and less downtime, they achieved some of that.
Yeah, it was football.
Yeah,
without all the extra. Well, let's stand by for like an hour to watch replays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it wasn't. You know. It was as safe as professional football is going to be, considering it was good.
It wasn't revolutionary, you know?
Yeah, like they didn't reinvent the wheel, but they didn't have to. All they had to do was make a decent, fun football product you know, during the time where you couldn't get NFL football. They had it going.
Anyways, Tevin.
With all the sports out of the way, let's get to some wrestling.
Spit water.
Terrorizing.
It's time for my war. You should have told me I would have worn my DX shirt. It's my war.
My show. This was a last minute decision.
Lord. Now, Tevin.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
No. I said, you, sure, ready.
It takes this guy a little while, but yeah, I'm ready.
Well, for the thousands in attendance, bruh. And for the millions, I guess I would count thousands. And as for the millions watching at home.
All of you.
Your war, my war. Let's get ready to banter.
NXT from the Capitol Wrestling Center. And you know, the last week you were talking about how they went overboard on the crowd audio. I noticed that shit this week.
I told you. I
definitely noticed it.
Because here's what it is. On the pay-per-view, we didn't hear it too much because we were in a bar.
Yeah.
It didn't sound too crazy. And then when I watched it over on TV, it had more echo to it and it was lower.
Yeah.
Which was better. Now it's like up front, like you're playing fucking 2K.
Yeah, it's like they initially were like, oh, well, we're going to try to blend the canned audio with the actual people we have down there and try to make it sound like a cohesive crowd experience. And then they just decided, fuck it, that's too much work. Just turn it all the way up. We got people there. The visual pops, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It was almost like Vince was like, why did this sound like there's 10 people at your show still? I gave you a whole Capitol Center, you gotta use the volume. Vince, if we use the volume, it's gonna sound like a stupid video game. It's gonna sound like popcorn fucking ass audio. Who asked you for your opinion, pal? It's been working great for Raw and Smack. Shut up.
Look at the Thunderdome, pal. That's a big success. It's the biggest success in professional wrestling, pal.
Dad, the only problem the people have been talking about having with the Thunderdome is that it's literally audio from the game, and not me.
Imagine if all the crowd audience was just Triple H cutting promos. I am that damn.
This is that great. Keep going.
This business.
It's all about the game.
The fact of the matter is,
it's my time.
all that shit.
Austin.
That's the one. Austin.
I'm gonna run you over again, you son of a bitch. You blew up the DX Express and that was very expensive.
Nine. So yeah, that's the crowd audio. It's very loud, very canned, and very obvious. But beyond that, man, we opened this NXT program with the Undisputed Era.
Yo, why I felt like you were gonna say The Undertaker.
Imagine.
Man, I transported into like 2007 again. And I was like, you remember?
NXT is really desperate for ratings. Bringing in Undertaker.
They don't need The Undertaker yet.
Yeah, not yet. Hopefully never.
Facts.
But yeah, Undisputed Era is here. Sans Adam Cole. Adam Cole is away, recovering his broken ribs. Before
they came in, for some weird reason, they had Joseph introduce the show.
Yeah, Vic Joseph running everything down, and him and Wade Barrett.
What was good with that?
I guess they decided that's how they want to do things. I mean, they've done that before. The commentators running down the show, but
that was so strange. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It was alright. It was just like it threw me off. I was not waiting for that.
I guess like they decided that's a thing they want to do now. They want to lay it because like other pro wrestling shows do that. Like normally, well, Dynamite doesn't do that when they start the show. They'll do it like after the first match or whatever.
Yeah.
But also Dynamite usually has the card all set before the show even starts. NXT doesn't do that often. Like they'll set up like a match or two, but not a full card. So I guess what they want to do now is like lay out the full card. Mm-hmm. Which I appreciate for when I got to edit the show. It's so much easier to find match cards for Dynamite than NXT.
Oh, yeah, they have the pictures and everything, the graphics, all that.
Yeah, half the time with NXT, the match is like made on the show. It's not a critique of NXT. It's just how they do things. It's different.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Undisputed Era's here.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, Bobby, and Roddy.
Yeah.
They note how Adam Cole is gone. Thanks to Rich Holland, who unfortunately is also gone because of that freak accident on this cursed show. And then
what was it again? He landed wrong trying to catch somebody or some shit?
Yeah, catching Oni Lorcan on a Pescado.
Yeah.
His leg just exploded, basically.
Yeah. His leg said, "We are not your kind."
Yeah, his leg and his ankle, goodbye.
Yeah. The leg told the ankle, "We are not your kind."
Yeah, and they had beef.
And they block.
Yeah. So
damn, that ain't right. I'm not trying to make fun of it.
Yeah, we're not trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
We wish all the best to Rich Holland. Just
it sucks. It's just
yeah, but Kyle says, we weren't able to get Rich Holland, but best believe if we did, we would have put him in that exact same hospital bed he's in right now.
Damn. See what I mean?
Yeah. But he says, we once ran NXT, we ran this show, and now we are going to start the road to recovery and taking things back. And that starts tonight when Roddy and Bobby become #1 contenders for the tag team championships of the world. And that brings out their opponents for this match.
Wait, you forgot the thing.
Oh yeah, because that. Yeah. He even says you can sing along at home. That is undisputed. And there you go. And that brings out their opponents. Throw them up. 1 and 2. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Oh, gee. Who'd you kill?
It was my controller.
I was like, did the cat explode? Where is she?
Nah, she's good. She's up there sleeping. But yeah. Oni Lorcan, Danny Burch, they are objecting to this idea that anybody is getting a shot at those titles before us, and it's time to fight. And this is Undisputed Era. This is Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. This was a fight. This is exactly how you like to see it here on NXT. Oni, he gets the hot tag. He runs wild with that double running blockbuster he does. Hit the double stack DDT on Roddy, but Bobby Fish is able to save him, and he pushes Oni into a jumping knee from Roddy. That gets the win for the Undisputed Era. A solid fight between these four fighting fellas, and out comes Breezango post-match to initiate the Universe Mode cutscene. Where, you've defeated this team, now you're going to face us next week. And it's a stare down from the ramp.
Is it my eyes when you look at me? They are so gorgeous. They'll set you free. Could it be my walk or just my stare that makes you freeze when I appear? Super good looking. Every hair in place.
And all that good stuff.
Everyone loves
his gorgeous face.
I'm sorry. That song was great. That was the fucking Shawn Michaels themes of our theme song. Or what the fuck? That was the Shawn Michaels themes of our generation, and they fucked it up.
I mean, they still use it.
They barely do. They mix it in with fandangos.
Yeah. If he ever goes single again, he'll use it. It's still a
song. They better put that song like full volume and have him like sing it when he walks out.
Yeah, it hasn't been purged, and like I guess they can use it because wasn't there a thing that they were supposed to stop using CFO songs?
Yes, but that one was pre-CFO, I believe.
Okay, so we're safe.
That was like OG Gen NXT, remember?
Okay, yeah, so it's safe.
Because this was the one that they came up after the weird one that he had.
Oh yeah, that. I like that one, but it was good stock music.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Yeah, fucking Tyler Breeze is great. What the fuck are they doing with Tyler Breeze, man?
He's a champion.
I would make that motherfucker legit the Shawn Michaels of NXT. Like, have him and fucking Adam Cole murder each other. Fucking 3-hour matches and shit. Give me all that shit. Fucking Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze would be a treat.
That would go hard.
You feel me? Like, people don't understand, like, about Tyler Breeze. And I sound like a fucking Tyler Breeze mark and a half right now. But Tyler Breeze, at a certain point, he wrestled Jushin Thunder fucking Liger, man. This man was great. I talk about it all the time. This man was great. Again, I feel like Heyman. Remember?
Oh, what, cutting the promo for a Taz?
Yeah.
This man was a killer. He was a killer. I mean, he's a champion now, so he's not a commentator. He's not a fat commentator.
I feel you. He used to be a single star. He wrestled Jushin Thunder Liger. Now he's a tag team wrestler. And not even he is a good one.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is a good one. Like Tyler Breeze is doing fine in my estimation. It could be worse.
Make him the best. He's so good. He's terrible in real life. No, I'm joking. He's not terrible. He's a troll in real life. But just let him be.
Sound like everybody that was complaining about Kenny being in a tag team. Why is he in a tag team still? He's so great.
Same.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, go ahead.
We got Mackenzie. She has an update on Finn Balor's recovery. She says,
why did they show this to us?
After he broke his fucking jaw, he said he wasn't going to get surgery, but as it turns out, he did need to get surgery. So, Mr. Regal has said he will give Finn's recovery another few weeks and see how it develops before he makes a decision regarding the NXT Championship.
Because we can't give that title away 3 times.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they're hoping against hope at this point. We can't vacate this shit again. Like, come on now. We'll hold out for Finn. And like I'm sure that's what they're trying to do. It's cursed brand.
Yeah.
Someone find the monkey's paw, bury it, do something.
Oh my God. We got to go full Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. The Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
And you have to put it back together.
Yeah, that only that can fix NXT. But we got a video package from Ember Moon talking about, how with the WWE draft coming up, I could have been on Raw or SmackDown. But I chose to go back here to my home, my real home, NXT, because I wanted to face all the great women that are here now, from Shotzi Blackheart, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Rhea Ripley, all of them.
You know damn well that's a goddamn lie. You know your ass ain't up there because it ain't down here because I want to face all the best of the best. Because to be honest, they got some great women up there in the main roster. It's not the problem. Problem is they have no idea what to do with you in the main roster. They don't fucking know how to use you in the main roster. They just fucking don't. They have too much to worry about. So certain people like Ember Moon, where like you have to know how to use Ember Moon, they're just like, fuck is this? Triple H, take your toy back. I don't know how to use it.
I don't like this toy, pal. I don't know what to do with it.
Triple H is like,
it for me to begin with it.
Triple H is like, give me, watch. This is exactly how I'm going to use this toy. Uses the toy. Fucking great. Fuck another guy's like, how are you doing that? Well, if you just listen to me.
Poor Emma / Tenille. She's doing fine now, Tenille.
Yeah, she's good.
But that should happen to her twice. Yeah. That'll be forever like my stickler with this company and how they treat NXT call-ups. They did that shit to Emma twice. They called her up. They fucked her up. They sent her back to NXT. Triple H was like, here's how you do this shit with her. As a heel this time. And they sent her back up and they fucked it up again.
You want to know what my example is? Every single big man tag team ever that came out of NXT. Triple H gave you exactly what you like, Vince. and you didn't know how to fucking use what you like? What the fuck? You gonna tell me you don't know how to use fucking Victor and Connor, the Ascension? You don't know how to use them?
DOA.
You feel me? Fucking Akam and Razor, the AOP. You don't know how to use them? Like, these are all the guys that you used to know how to use in the 80s. Why the fuck can't you do it now? You feel me? Like, these are, and then fucking the revival. The revival. What the fuck, Vince? They're the brain busters and you didn't know how to use them? You used the brain busters great. What the fuck happened here?
Say yeah. Up next, Ashante the Adonis versus Jake Atlas.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he got a lot going on.
He's mad charismatic, B.
Yeah.
OD charismatic.
If you have already forgotten, he helped Isaiah Swerve Scott out at TakeOver.
Yep.
When Legado del Fantasma interfered in the Cruiserweight Championship match.
Yep.
And Legado del Fantasma did not forget that. So they walk out during this match and they distract Adonis, which allows Jake Atlas to roll him up for the victory. And as soon as the match is over, they try to attack Adonis, but Atlas is like, nah, we're not doing that. And he makes the save. So Escobar, he comes out and joins his boys. He's like, all right, let's see how you do 3-on-2. But in comes Isaiah Swerve Scott. He makes the save, and the numbers are even, and the heels back away.
I feel like Jake Atlas needs a manager, a tag team partner, a gimmick, a storyline, something. It's like every time I see him, I'm like, hey, he's a good wrestling. But then it's like, I can't just rest on good wrestling. You feel me? You need something to actually make me want to be like, hey, I like Jake Atlas, other than he can wrestle all right.
There's clearly something there with him. It's just, I guess they're in the process of figuring out, you know, what to do character-wise with him. And maybe this is a positive stop in that journey, him teaming with Swerve and Ashante.
Did you see Cookie McCoke dealers Riddler jacket? Wow.
As a guy whose favorite Batman villain is the Riddler, always show respect to anybody who shows my boy Edward Nigma some love.
You know who mine is, and everybody looks at me funny when I say it?
Who? Well, I know, but tell the people.
Dr. Victor Freeze.
Yes.
And everybody looks at me funny and like, why? That Arnold was terrible. Not Arnold. If you ever watched the animated series, he was the most evil motherfucker ever. And he had a good cause, which always broke my heart. It's
great
like,
backstory.
Bro, oh my God. Like, you could be the best motherfucker, but because of your own stubbornness is what makes you be this person. And it bothers me so much. Golly.
Batman the Animated Series is probably like the perfect Batman adaptation.
Yep.
For it invented Harley Quinn, for one, but shit like that, like what they did with Mr. Freeze and
Mr. Freeze was great, man. That's why when I saw the movie version, I was so hyped. But then he only even had the little red goggles like once. And then Gotham didn't give me much of a Mr. Freeze either. So it was like, I've never feel like they've done Mr. Freeze justice.
Yeah, we've never had like a really good live action one.
Yeah, hurts my heart. If you ever read any of the comics, Mr. Freeze is the most vicious killer ever. It's like he's just such a cold, calculated motherfucker, bro. Sorry.
The partner from the Batman podcast. We got Mackenzie. She's with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
Candice, she says, you know, I am the uncrowned NXT Women's Champion. I don't know why I got to be in a match against Shotzi Blackheart trying to determine the number one contender. We all know I should be holding that belt right now. And then she asks Johnny about his upcoming match with Austin Theory and him trying to get back into the North American Championship hunt. And he says, you know, that Austin Theory He's young and immature. His big mouth is going to get him a wrestling lesson tonight. And that takes him to the next match. Austin Theory versus Johnny Gargano.
When he was cutting that promo, I'm like, why isn't he going for the world title? The NXT world title.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's because Johnny's the smartest nigga in wrestling. He looks at that title, he's like, bro, that shit is cursed. that for some weird reason, the North American title is fine. Yeah. Everyone who wins it usually goes on to better things. Keith Lee, greatness. You feel me? He's on Raw now, and he's doing all right for himself. He's like one of the big guys in the storyline.
That's making that main roster money.
Yeah,
to say that.
Yeah, Mia Yim too, as a part of a Retribution.
Yeah, and even though they got signed and they're trying to destroy the company, whatever.
Doesn't this sound like what's the name of this fucking game? Freaking WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, there is some shit like that in the story, right?
Yeah, they basically Stephanie McMahon signs you to ruin WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's like what?
Like, why is Vince not overseeing all these fucking signings?
Right? Why would this be allowed?
See, this is why I don't believe WWE storylines. Vince McMahon is too meticulous a motherfucker. It would have to always be about money. That's the reason why I feel like the Rock storylines where he was abusing Vince made sense, and the Austin storylines where he was abusing Vince made sense, because he's like, yeah, they're kicking my ass, but they're making me so much money.
Yeah. They even explained that, I think, in the Austin. Like, the board of directors is always like, well, no, he's way too valuable. You can't just get rid of him.
Mm-hmm. They'll send Shawn Michaels out or Shane to do it, and then Shane did it once, and then Shane was on the other end, and he was the one trying to get Austin out, and then Vince was like, "No, goddamn it, I'd rather fucking Austin than your stupid." Because I remember back then, Shane was a dickhead, and Vince was like, "I hate you."
Yeah. And Shane always had a guy like, "This is my guy. He's going to the top." Yeah,
and then it was like that whoever he picked as a guy never actually went anywhere.
Yeah.
Never. Name one Shane McMahon product.
Yeah, that.
Not even WCW. They gave him a whole fucking company.
Right?
Nope.
The greatest Shane McMahon offshoot is the Mean Street Posse.
And even they were fucking terrible. Fucking Joey. Listen to the name. Joey Abs.
Joey Abs.
Fucking what was the other one?
Pete Gas.
Pete Gas.
And lest we forget,
Rodney. Just Rodney. Just Joe.
Just Joe.
Remember Just Joe?
All right,
let's get out of here.
Yeah. Theory versus Gargano. I do kind of dig the idea that Austin Theory is such a cocky little shithead that even other cocky shitheads like Johnny Gargano are annoyed by him and want to beat him up. Like, yo, shut up, bro. You're a fucking kid. I'm going to kick your ass.
I'm going to son you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this match is actually really good.
Yeah, no, this is a good match. It's just like the Adam Cole match. Adam Cole is another cocky shithead. Even if he's a babyface now, he's a cocky shithead.
Yeah.
That, fuck this guy. I'm going to kick his ass.
They're going to make him they're going to put him there.
Yeah.
I think this is the preview of, we're going to put him here with where basically Johnny Gargano is at, where Adam Cole is at. We're going to push him there.
Yeah.
And he fits there to me. He fits there. He fits like a Seth Rollins or a Johnny Gargano or all these shithead heels. You know what I'm saying? These cocky shithead heels.
Yeah. Like because obviously he's very young, but like as he grows and evolves, it's a perfect spot to hold him as, he learns more about himself and what he wants to do.
Yep.
But these two get into a slugfest, and Johnny wins out with the super kick. He follows it and finishes Theory with one final beat. He gets the win, teaches that punk kid a lesson.
Austin Theory looked great in this match.
He did.
Fight me, yo. That shit was great. I was like, yo, why do I like this match? I hate Johnny Gargano's character right now. This match, though, Mint.
When Johnny Gargano gets in the ring, that's the thing. Fucking put anybody in the ring with Johnny Gargano. They're having their best match of the month, maybe, probably. Because that's how good he is. But,
I like this shit.
Yeah. So we go to the back. We got Raquel Gonzalez. She informs Rhea Ripley that, you're looking at the biggest and baddest woman in this industry, and I'm going to take you out. In fact, in 2 weeks, I'm challenging you. But then Rhea, she approaches from down the hall.
Then shit got real. Shit got real.
Way real. Raquel's just like, in 2 weeks, and Rhea's just down the hall like, oh, you fucking what?
Yeah.
And then it's beef.
Then everybody, wait.
wait.
And they're like, hey, you want to pop right here? We can pop right here. And I'm like, I love all that shit because, as a man from an urban community,
yes, we
would always know it's about to pop when you would see a crowd of people trying to slowly not get in the way of these two, but kind of like, like, hey. And then you just hear them, hey, you want to go right now? And then you're like, oh, it's lit. And then you run to the situation. And then fight. While the teachers and shit try to break them up. Get out of here, kids. Kids, get out of here. In the hood. In the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Oh, man.
So that takes us to the next match. Shotzi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae. Number one contenders match to the NXT Women's Championship. We got the host of Halloween Havoc here with the chance to potentially main event the shit if she wins.
Shotzi's awesome.
She's great.
Yeah.
It's a testament to NXT's depth within the women's division that you got Shotzi and Candice as a believable number one contenders match when you got Rhea and Ember and Raquel and Dakota and all these other potential contenders in the picture. Like it's their strongest suit, their women's division.
And it hurts that I feel like AEW can't get theirs off the ground right now like that.
The biggest discrepancy, like I feel like if you were to take the strongest and weakest of each show, women's is NXT's biggest strength and it's AEW's Achilles heel.
Yep. The problem is that they just don't have the depth that NXT's women's division has. They just have so many great female wrestlers from around all over the industry, from WWE's own all the way up to women from the independent scene, from all these other shows that we've been watching all around the world. They have a huge collective group of women that are just incredible. From Toni Storm, Ember Moon, Rhea, Raquel, Dakota, like Lady Kane. There's so many great women competitors. Not to say that AEW doesn't have the great women competitors. They just don't have the same, like, I feel like they have way more. Like, it's not just more, but from a broader spectrum of the wrestling world.
It's like we talked about with AEW's women's division. The big thing with them is prior to the pandemic, most of their division was made up of Joshi talent.
Yeah.
From Japan. Like, as far as women from the West go, a lot of AEW's women are, like we talked about in recent weeks, younger and more inexperienced. They have less experience. So it's when you have that bottleneck effect of WWE trying to sign up the whole industry, you see the effects with women more readily than you see it with men because there's less great women's wrestlers spread out around the industry.
Yep.
As opposed to men. The numbers are just smaller.
Yeah.
So it's clear that WWE scooped up so much talent and AEW has to try to scramble to find, whoever they can that's available, especially when you're trying to maneuver through a pandemic and most of your good women's talent was international.
Yeah.
So, like, it's been a multitude of issues for AEW's women's division versus NXT. Like, that's their Achilles heel. It's sort of like how over the last few months, if you flip it, NXT's Achilles heel has been tag team wrestling. AEW's been killing them in that department.
OD.
That's AEW's strongest suit, tag team wrestling.
OD.
So, and again, NXT had its own similar issues with like you could argue main event too. Like I think AEW's main event scene is way stronger than NXT's right now, but that's because everyone on NXT got fucking hurt.
Yeah. I'm gonna just I'm gonna add in a little more towards that tag team division situation when we get to Killian Dane and Drake Maverick's match, because there's something that's great about it, but something that's kind of like about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, that's just the whole thing with the women's division, and it's a real strength on NXT, and I can see why it's become such an issue on the other show. Mm-hmm. In part because it's such a strength on NXT.
Yeah. So,
with that, where am I? Shotzi.
Yeah, right after. Yeah.
Ow, ow. So, yeah. Ow, ow, ow. Shotzi, she does try to welcome Candice to the ball pit and hit her senton, but Candice gets her knees up. And like, this is where I really noticed the crowd audio. Yeah. Because after Candice got her knees up and got a near fall, you just hear like a big crowd pop. Yeah. Like there's 10,000 people in there, and there's not.
Popcorn. Yeah. Popcorn audio. Just yeah. That's
like
it.
What? Who was that? That wasn't these guys all down here.
That was literally. It's like Stone Cold walked out and then immediately disappeared.
Yeah. strange pop.
Fucking World Warriors came out and then just poof.
And that was it. Gone as quickly as they showed up. Mm-hmm. So Shotzi, she gets a sitting Candice in a cattle mutilation. Like Candice is sitting down, so Shotzi just grabs the arms and goes right over.
That sounds like a move.
Yeah.
A sitting Candice.
A sitting Candice. This could be the sitting Candice. Candice gets sent outside, and look who it is. It's Indy Hartwell.
Yes.
She slips Candice the power of the punch.
Ah, that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck did she give her?
Yeah.
She gave her some knucks.
She gave her a gimmick. And Candice hits the ring, knocks out poor Shotzi, and she's able to get the victory. Yeah. Slips right back out, hands it off to Indy. Power of the punch successfully used.
I was trying to see what the fuck it was, but it was black. So I was like, I'm not used to...
Candice was not trying to reveal that shit. Which... rightfully so. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go. Candice is number one contenders for the women's championship.
She's number one contenders. There's two of her.
Yeah, number one. She's number one contender. She is the number one contender.
Yes.
For the women's championship. It was a good match.
I'm talking like if I don't fuck up every 5 seconds, I say anything.
And we got Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. Drake is out here pitching merch and gimmicks and everything
and
he possibly can.
The fabrics that got me. The fabrics. Oh my God.
He's like, here's our name. No. The furry and the fury. And Dane rightfully hates that.
Yep.
He's like, I'm the fury and you're going to be, well, you know. And Dane is like, no. And he throws the shit away.
Tevin, you want to hear my offering?
Sure.
Fury and the Beast of Belfast.
God damn it.
Fury and the Beast
of Belfast.
Of Belfast.
Yes. So we leave them there because now we head back to the ring where it is tourney time.
It's tourney. Didn't they give her like a crazy ass like damn, what was the name of that thing? I am a hero. Fucking whole
little intro.
80s gimmick. What do you call those? Montage.
We're gonna need a montage.
They gave her a whole fucking 90s, 80s montage in the back. It was hilarious. She was running on the beach, all thick legs. She's so thick. It's like not a bad thing. We love that over here. Yeah, that means she she been working them legs.
This is all complimentary.
I love that shit. It was just like, I am a hero. Wait, was it? I am your hero. The Lex Luger song. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh man, you don't know this, but on my screen right now is the Drake Maverick holding up the different types of materials. This one? No.
No. Fairy and the Fury. Think about it.
Oh, right. So Tony Storm running on the beach and beating things and slamming people, and then the new Tony Storm coming next on NXT.
Yes. Before we can officially get to Tony time, we get Robert Stone in the ring with Aaliyah, who poo-poos the fact that nobody seems to want to sign up and be part of the Robert Stone brand, but he says that's okay because your loss, all of you people, is going to be someone's gain.
I mean,
now,
he is the poo-poo.
It is Tony time.
Isn't he the poo-poo?
Robert Stone?
Yes, Robert Stone is the poo-poo. He's not poo-pooing anything except for himself.
That's how it appears.
Yo, the fucking new theme song and lighting and fire and fearsome gangsterness of Tony Storm's new whole entrance. It's great.
They out here making Tony seem like a big deal.
Yep. And then we got Ali over here dressed like Starfire. Am I lying?
No.
Same purple gimmick.
That's fair. Yeah,
Same It's like if she had red hair, that's it. I would have been like, Happy Halloween.
That's who could have been Starfire in that Titan show, but whatever.
You see what I'm saying? I would have been like right there. Boom.
Yeah, right there.
She does a weird thing at one point in this match where she spanks her own bottom.
Yeah, she does that. She likes doing that.
That's her thing? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, she does that sometimes.
That reminds me a bit of the Bianca Belair situation, but she does it with the her.
Yeah, with the her. She's sassy. So there you go.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is a showcase for Tony because it's Tony time. Storm Zero gets the win. Some smark in the front row.
Yeah.
When she wins, he's booing and shit. See him in his mask. Boo. He's not fond of Tony time.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. This was a hot mess of a return, and I'll tell you why. So you get this video package. We're gonna get a new Tony Storm. I am your hero, the greatest Tony Storm we've ever seen. Then they give us this whole cool ass entrance. Everything's good, right? Then she starts having this match, and Aaliyah beats the absolute shit out of her for 95% of the match, while the commentators are sitting there talking about, oh, she's got a little bit of ring rust. She's gonna get better. Don't worry about it. It's like, remember that thing I said earlier about everything going in cohesion?
Yeah.
It didn't do it here.
Yeah.
It did not. Nobody spoke to each other. It was like the dudes making the match was like, dude, we're going to make it like one of those baby face ones where they're like, oh, I fought the good fight. And then she went. That would be cool if she was facing Ember Moon. You feel me? Not Aaliyah. No beef with Aaliyah. Just... She ain't Ember Moon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same way, the commentator shouldn't have been over here talking about, oh, she got a little bit of ring rust the whole fucking match.
Yeah, let her shake it off.
Like, what? She don't. It's fine. She's doing great. It's just the way they booked the match. Stoops. That's what happened there. And then I guess they were trying to like, oh, what are we going to do here, you know? It's like Triple H sent fucking... I don't know. It's like Triple H told Shawn to book the match. He told Rigo to do the, talk to production, do the video package, and then he saw what was going on, and then he was on commentary like, "Oh shit, guys, fix that. That's not how that was supposed to go." Oh, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck,
Shawn? What the fuck did you do? I booked a great babyface man. No, she's supposed to dominate. She's the new Tony Storm.
It's Tony time.
Son of a bitch. It's her time. It's her time.
It's her time this time. So we got Mackenzie with Mr. Regal.
Woo! Good shit.
Mr. Regal, he admits he was not happy with how that number one contenders match ended. Because, she used the power of the punch. Only I can use that, Sunshine.
He shouldn't have said shit. That's your move.
But he's like, the referee's decision is final. Can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
He books Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez for Halloween Havoc. And then Xia Li and Boa walk up and they ask him for a match. Xia Li wants to be booked in a match to avenge her recent failures.
She said that shit like she was about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, and Rhea was
Did you watch that shit? Like, she was like, I need a match now, please. I need it. I need a match. I need it so bad. Give me the match. Rigo, give me the match. Rigo was
I'll consider it, Sunshine.
All right. He looked at her like, a kid. I'm just gonna I'll give you a match. I mean, you're a wrestler. I mean, I don't understand why
you work here after all.
Why are you so shook about it? You can.
It's fine.
She's over here like, I need it, mother. I need the match. Give me the match. And he's like, all right, then you'll have your match, Sunshine.
And there you go. Yeah. So that takes us to the next match: Imperium versus Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. The hell that Imperium live in. Hating jokey shit.
Yep.
But having to constantly wrestle jokey
teams. Which is, I'll talk about this at the end. But yeah.
So Killian, he doesn't even allow the whistling to get started this week with the theme. Like, as soon as it starts, he's like, nope, cut that bullshit off.
I think this is going to lead to him picking the song in the end.
Probably.
He's going to be like, no, we're going to fix this. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. I think that's what's going to put him over. Yeah. I think that's going to put, because like everything that Drake Maverick is coming up with, he's like, no, corny. So eventually he's going to look at all his things and be like, all right, I'm going to do it because fuck it. I'll agree to do this tag team thing. We're going to do it my way type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which it makes sense because Killian Dane is getting more and more into teaming with Drake.
Yep.
Now that he realizes that he can just throw him at people. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I can use you as a weapon. This will work. This will work fine.
That was the whole match. The entire match was him using Drake as a battering ram. It was hilarious.
Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck it. Well, this kind of works. Mm-hmm. So Dane, he gets the hot tag, but Imperium cuts him off. So that sets up Drake for the real hot tag. But that gets cut off. Imperium's able to put Drake down, and Imperium gets the victory.
Yep.
Now post.
Okay, go ahead. No, I was going to talk about the post match.
Oh.
So post match, Ever Rise.
Ever Rise.
I feel it goes well with your shirt, Tevin.
Ever Rise.
Terrorizing.
Terrorizing.
We'll forever rise. Yeah.
Ever Rise.
Oh man, sounds like a friggin' early 2000s type of band. You know what I'm saying? On some Creed shit. Ever Rise. Anyway, so post match, those guys come out and they attack Drake. And they're like, where's your friend now, huh? Where's your buddy now, huh? You big stupid oaf, where the fuck is he now? Then Killian Dane is like, oh, you want Demo? Demo will appear. Beats the shit out of them. And in the end, I'm thinking he's about to murder poor Drake now again. Instead, he's like, in the most loving yet angry big brother situation I've ever seen. Every mid-90s bully big brother type character, he just became that. That's what Killian Dane just became. Every like 90s, type of like a sitcom type situation, big brother, where he's like a bit of a douchebag. He's this big brother. He grabs him and he goes, nobody beats you up but me. And I was like, yeah. I was so hyped. I was crying. I was absolutely laughing my ass off when he said that. It was great. It was that moment. Oh, man. It was that moment where you're like, finally. Oh, I loved it. I got so emotional over it, but not in a bad way. Not in a Carl Thomas way.
Dane and Drake walk off. They're coming together as a team. And I do like that they protected Imperium with the win. They gave them the win because Killian Dane and Drake did not need to win that match, as we clearly saw. Mm-hmm. Plus, it works better for their story that they didn't win.
Yeah.
They still have growth as a team. They can still get better. And when you're trying to rebuild the division, because we talked about this earlier, NXT's tag division has been the weakest part of the show.
Yep.
when you're trying to rebuild that division, you need as many credible teams as you can have running around. So good booking there.
Now, here's the thing that I hope they don't get lost into, because this is something that WWE has a problem with as a whole, meaning Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. They always tend to do this. They'll get a random ragtag team, put them together, and they'll take over the entire tag team division. And it sucks because, yes, it's great because the story ends up usually being amazing, but then the actual tag teams don't do shit. Not a single thing. They do nothing for like months. And then the ragtag team they go to the top. So then we never have like that real big, great tag team that actually feels like a tag team. It's just two guys they threw together and became great. You know, reminds me a bit of like Cesaro and Sheamus, but then eventually they actually became a tag team. Like they were together for a while, and then they just broke them up.
That's how you got to do that if you're gonna do that. If you make two singles guys into the tag team champions and you have them run over the division, just make them a team like the Bar, like Kenny and Hangman, like you do. Hopefully, if that is the route with Killian Dane and Drake Maverick, then they're a real team.
Yeah, because I hate when they just make it a gimmick team. They take over the entire tag division. A month later, they split them up.
Yeah. And then, of course, you got to keep the other team strong, too. So hopefully, they continue along that path.
I miss having tag teams that were actually tag teams. They had a feud. They went on to something else. They never broke up. They just kept switching out tag teams. And then eventually, and even when they weren't involved with the main tag team title scene, they were still being a tag team feuding with somebody else. Like Edge and Christian and the Hardys and the Dudleys. And, if the Dudleys weren't going at Edge and Christian and the Hardys because they were doing their own thing, they were going at like X-Pac and Kane or somebody, or like facing other like teams. It wasn't just how it is now, where it's like you're a team, they keep you together for a bit, then you win the titles, then they don't know what to do with you anymore, then they split you up, and then there's a new tag team. I hate that shit. You feel me? And they tend to do that sometimes, so I hope they don't do that.
Yeah. And with that, it is time for the main event. North American Championship on the line. Damian Priest defends against Dexter Lumis.
Lumi.
Based off the opportunity that Dexter Lumis had earned before his injury earlier this year, so good continuity there. The shot that he never officially got to claim.
You want to know something cool that I like about the CWC arena, I guess you would say? The fact that the crowd turns into their Minitron.
Yeah.
So then the entire arena looks like the entire arena is your entrance.
Yeah, I like that they do that as well.
Yeah. Freaking Damian Priest looks God because they start doing all the lightning flashes. Then everything is on fire. I'm like, yeah, Damian Priest.
Yeah, his when they set up those LED gimmicks the right way, it looks dope as shit.
And Tevin, for some weird reason, we had a slim guy hoss fight.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
they're tall dudes, so I guess that's how that worked out there. But yeah, I like that. It's good to have major companies out here having babyface fighting champions. Like, if you do it right, it really helps to elevate a guy. And, like, I feel like they're on that path with Damian Priest.
Yeah.
When you have a guy fend off all different types of challengers, like Cameron Grimes type guys, Johnny Gargano type guys, Dexter Lumis, Timothy Thatcher, like, same thing with Cody on the other channel, same thing with Moxley, having people go through a variety of opponents and finding ways to survive. I feel like that's a good way to make a palatable, likable babyface, and they're doing that with Damian Priest.
On that, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite and a half because I usually hate too many titles, but I like that NXT has this many titles. And I'll tell you why. because you have the cruiserweight title now there, the world title doesn't have to be even in the picture much. So when shit like what's going on right now with the world title is going on, you can have the North American title be the world title for the day and make it seem like the big thing. I like that. I just do. Because the cruiserweight title is having its own situation. That works out. Then the world title doesn't even have to be on the show today in order to progress anything. And we still got a bit of progression with the storyline. It works out. I like it.
Man, I feel like you should be able to you shouldn't have a title if you can't main event a show with it.
And they can. They can. That's the dope shit.
And they can main event a show with every title they have right now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has a feud. Everybody has a thing.
Yeah. That's how I feel titles should operate in wrestling. If you can't main event a show with your title, or failing that, if that title doesn't serve a purpose outside of that, you shouldn't have it. But for the main thing, for like a serious pro wrestling title, if you can't main event with it, what is it doing there?
Again, the only titles that we're going to be like, okay, they're kind of doing a rebuilding situation is the tag titles.
Yeah, like, of course, that won't be the case all the time for championships, but like, ideally, in a good, strong show layout, you should be able to main event a particular television show, maybe not pay-per-view, but a television show with any title. That's how I feel.
Yep. And as we see later on in this match, too, this title's beef, but this is going to sound, no, let me rephrase that because that's going to sound terrible. So the roster fighting for this title right now is thick.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like they have a thick group of people that are trying to get this title belt.
Yeah.
It means something, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know, the cruiserweight isn't as thick. They have like 3 or 4 guys that are like around it. But it's there. They have people. And then the women's division is starting. It's like, you know, it's the star of the show to me. When it comes to the beef. Everybody has beef. Everyone.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai don't like you. Candice LeRae don't like you. This girl teamed up with this girl. This girl's fighting this girl. This girl don't fuck with this girl. This person's here. This person's there. If Mercedes Martinez comes back, it's going to be super thick. Their roster, their feud group of people that they got is thick. I don't know. Huh? Don't know what's going on.
I thought she was a Retribution person.
I don't know. Yeah, but remember, Retribution, they pick a lot of people and they're still here.
Oh, yeah, they got NPCs. They rotate.
Yeah. They have people that are just part of the group right there. Like, I think Mia Yim is going to be one of the main ones. Of course, Dijakovic is going to be one of the main ones. But it's the same thing that they did with, with Underground. They signed your boy Huas.
Arturo Huas.
Yeah. They signed him. He's on Raw now.
Ah, good shit.
Yeah, so the Underground wasn't for nothing.
Oh, is Raw Underground over?
I haven't seen an episode in a bit.
Oh,
of them. I don't know if they're doing it or they just like.
I guess that ratings boost went away because it was doing good in the ratings for like a hot second.
Yeah, I like the fighting. I like to feel like the scrap, even though it was weird. It was weird because it gave me like. It gave me like bad Brawl for All vibes at first. Like this is obviously scripted Brawl for All.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it just became that fun, silly thing that we got to watch in the middle of the show. And I was starting to like it because we got to see guys that we didn't get to usually see. Like Huas. And then Babatunde, they signed him too.
Oh, well, good for those guys. I guess it was good for something.
What's his name now, Babatunde? I forgot. They changed his name.
Oh, he's that one. I forgot. I don't know.
X-Bar. I don't know.
X-Bar. Mace. Anyway, back to this.
Mason Beta.
Damian Priest, he gets the win in a very good main event. All the good things that I normally say about Dexter Lumis matches and his style on display here. Lumin. Post-match, Cameron Grimes, he comes in, but Damian Priest, he ain't with none of that shit. He takes him out with the Reckoning.
Yes.
Goes to the top of the ramp to pose with his championship, but Johnny Gargano attacks him from behind with a chair, and then he and Candice stand tall, but Mr. Regal comes out behind him, and he says, I suppose you two are proud of yourselves, huh, sunshine? Well, I will allow the host of Halloween Havoc to lay down the stipulation for both your matches. And then, so then Shotzi, she pops up and she reveals that both Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae's title matches at Halloween Havoc will be decided by the classic spin the wheel, make a deal gimmick.
From Halloween Havoc, I think 92?
I believe so. WCW really does live on through the Wednesday Night War. Mm-hmm. Just between both these shows, the legacy
and
is
AEW,
strong as ever. Yeah.
You know what I was going to say that I found? This was a bit convoluting of an ending.
Well, spin the wheel, make a deal was always some convoluted shit. So
yeah, but it was just. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. So Cameron Grimes gets involved, right?
Yes.
Then after Cameron Grimes gets involved, freaking Damian Priest kills him anyways. And then while Damian Priest is trying to get off, fucking Johnny Gargano gets in. I'm gonna kill you too, and then he kills him, and then William Regal. It was like, and then Shotzi Blackheart on top of that. It was just like, throw another one, throw another one, throw another one.
I guess it all makes sense.
It became, it's like if Biggie and another one teamed up with DJ Khaled, another one. Teamed up with Funkmaster Flex. Funkmaster Flex. Funkmaster Flex. Funkmaster. Another one. It's like everybody just went ham and just another one. It's like too much shit. Give me a second. Let me process.
Yeah. But I guess in terms of everything going on in the storylines, it all made sense. Cameron Grimes got beef with Dexter Lumis. Damian Priest don't give a fuck. William Regal, he always comes out when shit gets out of control. And I guess he's like, I'm going to be seasonal and let Shotzi do this.
Yep.
And there you go. But yeah, that was NXT. A solid show. They're rebuilding some things. They're flexing their women's division because it's very deep.
Yes.
And they got some strong setup for Halloween Havoc. Like if they're gonna be petty and do these old WCW IPs, then I like when they do them and like actually try to build to them in advance and like really do shit for them. So that's fine.
The women's division is thick.
It's thick. Especially with Tony Storm there.
Like if you take a milkshake from Dairy Queen and you put it upside down, thick.
Yes.
Like you go to Sonic and you get the Sonic whip on that bitch. Wait, I did them backwards, didn't I? It's the Dairy Queen whip and the Sonic thickness.
Thick.
Thick. It's thick boy season, thick. You know what I'm saying? Thick.
All that good stuff.
Yes. I hope that the Saw gimmick lands on whatever the fuck TLS is. Tevin, what the fuck is TLS?
I guess we'll see when they spin the wheel to make their deal.
Hoyo. Fucking who is your daddy and what does he do? No, literally, what the fuck is TLS?
We will find out in due time.
Did you see they had the Chambers of Horrors on there?
Yes.
How are they going to do that in 2020?
They don't have the balls.
How would you pull that off in 2020?
I have no idea, but I'm excited to see someone try.
Oh
if
God.
If they so choose.
God damn. Fucking Mick Foley let the goddamn gimmick fuck up. Terrible matches, but they're great matches because growing up they were just like so lowsy.
Ridiculous.
Fucking let's have fucking Hulk Hogan and the entire, what was the name of this group? The one that this motherfucker, the guy that I don't like, Kevin Sullivan.
Oh yeah, Sullivan, my son.
When he had the whole thing and he was a mastermind or whatever.
Yeah.
Then he had all that bullshit. Majin Kevin Sullivan.
Majin Kevin.
Bugging.
Yeah, there was that.
Listen, people, I've had too much coffee today. I've been running at 100 miles per hour this entire show.
Sullivan, my son. We're going to do WCW one day. If you want to get distracted doing bullshit, I'll do that.
Oh, Lord. All right, Tevin. We gonna move on from here, and we're gonna go on to our next one.
And now, it is time.
Tevin, you gotta light the fuse.
And then the boom, because it's dynamite.
Light the fuse. Light the boom. Dynamite.
All that good stuff. It is the first anniversary, the 1 year anniversary show for AEW Dynamite. And here we are, one year of this show. We already talked about this a couple of weeks ago because technically the 1 year anniversary was a couple of weeks ago. But 1 year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. They have made it, and like Excalibur said on this show, many more years down the horizon. They have signed the deals, the contracts. They are good to go on TNT for a long time to come, and I'm glad. It's good to have,
with the shit.
Like I said, a pro wrestling company fly the flag of being a major pro wrestling company as proudly as AEW has. It's good to see. It's good to see them continue. And it was good to see AEW open this show with what has consistently been their strongest facet in their first year, some tag team wrestling.
Oh, yes. And not only is it tag team wrestling, it's two of my favorite tag teams, I think, on the show.
Yes. For the AEW World Tag Team Championships, the number 1 ranked Best Friends versus the champions with Tully Blanchard in their corner, FTR. Chuck and Trent got the special matching gear for this match. The shit is real. It's a big gimmick. So you got Chuck later on in this match. He gets the hot tag, hits a tope con hilo. He does the deal. But he only gets 2 because, kick out of the Falcon Arrow.
Man, he ain't Sheeta.
Yeah. Tully, he tries to sweep the leg again in the finish that FTR has done before. But the Best Friends are able to scout this one. They get him out of here. Chuck cuts it off. Best Friends hit strong 0, but Cash is able to make the save. He gets Dax out of there. You got Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. They're in the crowd. They're playing on an arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
Which,
old school.
I guess, Miro and Kip, they play video games. It's such a weird thing to do, to have like a little arcade cabinet in the crowd. Like, can't they just have like a laptop?
Listen, Tevin. Tevin, listen. Remember Mama's Fried Chicken?
Yes.
Ain't nothing matches those goddamn arcade cabinets. Nothing.
Trust me, I know. But
nothing, bro.
They just brought out an arcade cabinet to the crowd of David's place.
Hours and hours of playing as Rockman, not understanding that was Mega Man. Amazing. Bison, for some weird reason, being Vega, and Vega being Balrog, and
yeah.
Bullrock being my M. Bison, sorry.
Yo, I think it's glitched. Shit like that.
Those were the days.
Yeah. But this arcade cabinet gets destroyed.
No. Mama's Fried Chicken
is thrown into the arcade cabinet, and then they had to take the arcade cabinet out of Mama's Fried Chicken, and then the hood just changed for the worse.
Fucking Kip Sabian said, "Call Dad!"
Right? Go get him. And they run off.
The neighbor kids broke our arcade, Dad.
Wow.
Sister, call Dad.
So FTR, they just get desperate. Cash just starts swinging for the fences with the belt. And he's on the apron, and it looks like he's going to swing and hit the guys. Knox just ducks, even though he was in no danger of getting hit with his belt. Like, Knox just ducked, like, oh shit, I'm a ref. I get murked on these.
Like, let me not.
Yeah.
I've seen the video games.
Yeah, let me not. So that allows Chuck to get hit. and FTR retains the tag team championships. A really good match. A little bit of a wonky finish, but a really good match. The best friends, they give the people what they want. They do the big hug. But then out comes Miro to kill these two for destroying his cabinet. And that leads us straight into the next match.
Wait, before that, doesn't he say some shit like, "You break my shit, I break you"?
It was after, but
it was after. Sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, this match is quick enough. It's Lee Johnson and Sean Maluta.
Yeah.
Versus Miro and Kip Sabian.
Sean Maluta, you should be on the other show.
Right, but he's here getting killed.
Wasn't he on there too? And they just didn't know what the fuck to do.
Not this year, but he's been there in semi-recent times.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember because he took my damn song from
from the game.
WWE 2K. I was pissed.
Yeah. So we I don't know. I guess it's a race to see whoever wants to sign Sean Maluta. Whoever needs a spare Samoan in their company. So, yeah. Dark Homies representing Lee Johnson and Sean Maluta, but Miro dominates them because he is the best man. And post-match, Kip is furious that they have destroyed Alan, my fight stick, my arcade stick.
The way he picked it up, though, when they broke it, I know the feels.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the arcade sticks are not cheap, all right? I can understand why he's upset.
Yeah.
So he's upset that they've destroyed Alan, and then Miro, he says, good friends, you break my shit, I break you. Game over.
He called them the good friends. So let me, before you guys try to shit on Miro, I think he called them the good friends because he believes in his head that they aren't the best friends. The best friend title should belong to the best man. And the best man has a best friend by the name of Kip Sabian.
Exactly.
So they are the actual best friends. That's what I think. And then after this whole situation, everybody dies.
Everybody dies. We go to the back where Lance Archer is killing Jon Moxley. As Jake narrates. Jake narrating Lance Archer killing people is always great. I told you this was going to happen. We warned you. You got to get him out. I tried to get him out of it. I told you it was going to happen.
Oh, my God. This is so funny. Jake,
so they eventually break that up.
Jake is gold.
Well, we got the bracket for the World Title Tournament.
That
is set.
That was actually good, yes.
Yes. Starting next week, we get that tournament, and our first round is set. The bracket is set.
Yo, rest in peace, Jungle Boy.
Did
you see who they put him with?
Bracket, yes. He has to face Wardlow.
God damn, yo.
And on the other, above them is Colt Cabana versus Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
Other side of the bracket, Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela and Rey Fenix versus Pentagon.
Yeah, is that they knew? You feel me? They knew. You feel me? We all know what's going on.
Yeah.
This is just to push the whole Kenny and Hangman angle. Or just to somehow make Wardlow swerve the whole situation. There's no other way I see it.
Hey, listen, the brackets are set up for a Hangman Omega final.
Yeah,
but
they're on complete opposite sides of the spectrum. They're on the entire opposite side of the situation. The people that they got to face, like the only one I see being a huge threat is Wardlow on Hangman's side.
Yeah.
And on Kenny's side, since I know Kenny, it's like I don't fear anybody for Kenny. Kenny Omega can slowly become, the guy that we all know and love.
Yes,
you feel me?
Cleaner.
And once he does that, I don't see it looking good for anybody. I'm just saying.
I got my eye on that semifinal spot, like Kenny versus Penta, all-in rematch. I'll take it.
Yes. I just turned into Ric Flair, didn't I?
Yes.
Woo, 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 woo. Yes, Kenny Omega, Jesus Christ, versus Penta and Sano. Miedo. Golly, that would be insane. But also, Hangman versus Wardlow.
Also sounds good.
Eek. My nigga, eek. What if, though, Hangman versus Jungle Boy?
Hey, I'm with that too.
That would be random as fuck.
You never know. MJF and Wardlow come down to the ring.
By the way, this segment was way too long, but go ahead.
Entirely too goddamn long. So the Inner Circle comes out. Sammy Guevara, he's got his jacket. MJF finally got him his jacket. But Sammy
except that is my size.
He doesn't want to put it on because it's super size. It's huge.
It's my size, legit.
Yeah.
I feel like if he brought me that jacket, I'd fit into it like no problem.
Yeah. And Sammy's like, come on now. But Jericho's like, just put it on. And Sammy puts it on, and MJF hot dogs around this forever. Like, this is the thing with MJF, and it always happens when they do a live show. Mm-hmm. He always goes a little bit too long in his promos.
Too much shit.
I guess it's okay. Everybody lets it rock because, like, he's good at them.
Yeah.
So there's worse people to let go long on the mic, but this time I felt it. Like, all right, you got to wrap it up, Jeff.
Yeah.
You got to get there. Even Jericho was like, all right, let's cut the shit. Let's get there.
He did too much pussyfooting around the situation.
Yeah.
The entire thing was for him to say, it would have been a 2-second situation. I want to join the Inner, you do a couple of maybe, I don't know, I want to join the Inner Circle, and then that's it. And then you just have it done like that. But what they did instead was that he went on this whole tirade about, oh, look at Chris Jericho, he's the best, he's this, he's that. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, can I touch your hair, Chris Jericho? Oh, no. And then after he finished all that, he's like, maybe, kinda, blah. And then eventually Chris Jericho's like, yo, get to the point. What the fuck are you trying to say here? It's been fucking 20 minutes. You've just been talking shit. What are we doing? And he's like, well, all right, here's what it is. I want to join the Inner Circle. This is what it is. And then eventually Ortiz just fucking grabs the mic and sounds like a boss and a half. Like, yo, I know you're trying to live out, your whole childhood fantasy and whatever, but nah, fam, we don't want any parts of you. None of it.
Yep.
Out of here. And I'm like, Ortiz says something that's not hilarious, absolutely serious, and he meant it. I love this guy. Yo, I've never heard him be this serious ever, bro. I was like, yeah. What he said. And that, like, Sammy Guevara was absolutely upset. Ortiz was absolutely upset. Santana looked like he could care less about life. Yeah. He was just like, can I get out of here? And Wardlow was just being Wardlow. And standing there extremely statuesque. And then eventually he's like, what would it, take? And then Jericho was like, wait, don't get too, upset, Ortiz. Like, let's hear him out or some shit type shit like that. And then let's see what you got to say. You want to be a part of whatever, yada, yada, then you got to take me out on a dinner, on a steak dinner at that.
Yeah, with all the intensity of challenging him to a match.
What?
He's like, you and I are going one-on-one for a steak dinner.
What? And he's like, I'll see you at the restaurant. What?
Okay.
I wish that was it. I wish he would have just said, I wish that last part was the entire promo.
Like I get what the idea was. They're hot dogging around it because MJF is a heel and an asshole and all that. Like I get it, but
but that's what I said earlier.
You've been doing it for like 3 weeks already. Yeah. You can cut to it now.
You know what kills me? Hager stays there for an extremely long time.
He and Wardlow, every time Jericho and MJF get together, Hager and Wardlow they enter a fucking time warp where there is only the other man.
Yeah.
And they just keep staring at each other.
Loving you is easy because you're beautiful.
They're in their own bubble. All that shit.
Long story short, bro, them dudes, they love each other. You're my bestie. Hi, bestie.
Yeah.
They act like they hate each other, but in each other's mind, they're over here like Batista and who was another big guy back then? Tyson Tomko or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, just,
of all people, Tomko. But sure.
I don't know. I'm trying to think about that little era. Like, who
Yeah.
was around that was big, and it was like Christian's dude, which was Tomko. And it, Deacon, at that time, I think he was Deacon Batista. And but you know, in their heads, they're just like, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Anyways, point is, I'm doing the same shit. Too long of a gimmick.
Yeah. So, with that finally done and over with, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is back with the rules of being a role model. She and Tony are receiving some care at the spa. She has Reba come in, bring in the next gimmick.
Yo, the person who's giving them the massages is just there chilling. Reba comes in with this big giant fucking sign, and the lady's like, "The fuck is this?"
Right? Reba all clumsy and shit.
Damn near dropping this shit on the poor lady. She looking like she's about to pop her. I swear to God, like, I don't care if you're a wrestler. I will whoop your ass.
I gotta work here.
And then Skiavon with no shirt.
Yeah, so Britt, she reveals rule number 5, which is be the baddest bitch on the block. And then, you know, she does her dramatic face reveal. She takes off all the shit and turns toward the camera. But after she does that, she looks over at Tony and she's like, "Are you naked, Tony?" And then they just start screaming because Tony's naked and they didn't realize. Mm-hmm. But then afterward, they decide, well, you know what, Tony, you're entirely too hairy up top. You need a wax.
Oh,
so they just sit there and wax Tony, and Tony's just like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. He screamed Kelly Clarkson, all right.
Yeah. Apparently, like, that was a rib on him, like a shoot rib.
Oh shit, they made him go through with it?
Yeah, he talked about it on the post show. Like, he was just sitting there and he was like, "All right, we're done." And they were just like, "No, just stay there for a second, Tony." And Tony's like, "What do I need to stay here for?" And he's like, "No, just stay there for a little bit." And then they just all came in with the shit. And then he's like, "Oh, I see what's going on here." But he just let it rock. Because Tony's cool like that.
Yeah, he gotta keep character, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, he gotta maintain kayfabe.
I've been in this business forever. I know what it is.
like y'all don't know, but behind this, I'm actually like legit crying. Oh, Tony, what the fuck? Oh, Lee.
So Britt, she's like, "I'm rewarding myself for my big victory last week in my return action," which you weren't even there for, by the way, Tony. Tony's like, "I got super kicked by the Young Bucks," and Britt's like, "I got kicked too, and I still showed up for work."
Oh man,
this was a joy. Like, I missed Britt Baker's segment with
Tony.
Tony.
This was different. This was A1. Like the other ones, I always found them a little funny. But this one right here, God damn, this is so stupid. I loved it.
So that takes us to the TNT Championship on the line.
Why is
Orange
he blonde?
Cassidy versus Cody. Cody's blonde again.
Why is he blonde? No.
Yeah. No more black hair Cody.
No.
I guess black hair Cody was his limit breaker. That was only for breaking case of Brody Lee, breaking case of emergency.
Nah, he's turning heel.
Now you're positive about
Yep. You want to know how I know?
Wow.
You gonna talk about this match, and that's how I know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, a lot happened in this match because it's a Cody match.
The intro, the beginning of the match.
Prince of Pro Wrestling, big pyro, ballyhoo, all that shit. If you saw last week's show, see how I put Kevin Nash's pyro in there. It's like that.
and then once they start the match, he wants to force a lockup.
Cody said on Twitter, Orange Cassidy has not locked up in AEW. I'm going to make him lock up. So he spends like the first couple minutes of this match trying to make Orange Cassidy lock up. And Orange Cassidy won't do it. He ducks out. He slides away. Hands in his pocket. You know the deal. But eventually, Cody gets him to lock up.
Yeah, he pisses him off.
When you know it, the first high spot of this match is a fucking lockup.
Yep.
And they got a standing ovation. Why do people hate Orange Cassidy again?
I don't know.
Is this not what people preach in wrestling? You get as over as you possibly can by doing the least you possibly can do? A lockup. Why do people hate Orange Cassidy?
He's the best. This added another wrinkle, yet another layer to his character. It's like, I don't fucking need a lockup. What the fuck do I need a lockup for? You know, because you tell him, oh, it's wrestling, I have to lock up. Fucking rules. Fuck your rules.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love that shit. How do you not like Orange Cassidy? He doesn't have to say it, too. That's the thing. You get it as a human being, how he feels. Because when Cody knocks his glasses off, he looks at him like, you fucking prick. like you get it right away. You just look at him and understand that what he's saying, his emoting is what makes him, or lack thereof is what makes him, you know, that's how he speaks.
Yeah.
It's weird, but if you get it, you get it.
It's the language of in-ring wrestling, which some people would say it can be somewhat of a lost art because of, you know, we've had one company be the major company for years, and they like to talk a lot. And this company talks too, but they also realize that there are other avenues in which you can tell stories. So Cody and Cassidy, they fight outside. Silver and the Dark Order, they get involved because they're in the crowd, and these two get knocked into the crowd. So they all get involved. Silver, he runs around and gets the belt, and he's going to whack Cody with it. They want revenge for Mr. Brody Lee. But Orange Cassidy, he takes the belt from Silver. Or Dark Order, they all get thrown out. Fucking Bryce is yelling at Silver like, you're out of here. Silver just yells back at him, you're out of here. All right.
It was the order in the court.
Yeah.
You're out of order. No, you're out of order. No, you're out of order. Yeah. Order in the court.
Yeah. So the refs get order. They kick the Dark Order out, and there you have it. Orange Cassidy's holding the belt, and he's looking like he wants to use it. He wants to take Cody out, but he just gives it to Arn and decides, I'm going to do this the right way.
Yep.
I'm going to be a babyface. So they get back in the ring, and man, I got to say, Cody loves his slow burn matches.
Yeah.
But when he nails these shits, he nails these shits.
Clean.
Like, so this match was a draw.
Yeah. But it was the way that the draw happened.
Like draws, especially because AEW has established himself as a company that will do a draw.
Yeah.
Draws sometimes have the drawback of having people check out because they realize, oh, this is like, we're like 25 minutes in, we're going to get a draw. We're like 18 minutes in, it's going to be a draw. But they did a really good job of filling that last minute with believable spots for both guys.
Oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do it. It reminds me of like old school, like not old school, but like, let's just say Attitude Era Iron Man matches.
Yeah.
Where they were like, every last second was like, ooh, or like New Generation Iron Man matches where every last second you're just like, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh my God, it didn't happen. How?
The urgency with which they sold it, like Justin Roberts announces like 1 minute left, and then fucking immediately Orange Cassidy and Cody start going for their finish. Like Orange Cassidy hits the beach break, gets a 2 count. Cody goes for crossroads. Like they're like, oh shit, I got a minute, I got to get all my shit in. And eventually, at the end, Orange Cassidy gets Cody in the mousetrap. Same mousetrap he pinned Chris Jericho with, and the ref counts 1, 2, and the timing on it.
It's because if you listen, before he like finally got him into the mousetrap, like he was struggling to get him into the mousetrap, you could hear them say 4 seconds. And by the time he finally got him down, I was counting in my head. So by the time he got him down, it was already at 2. So when the ref hit the 1 and the 2, That's it. There was no chance for 3. And there was a gap large enough where it was like, there's no way. He got 2 exactly when the bell rang.
See that NXT Iron Man match and how they clearly fucked the timing up on the finish?
Yeah.
They got that shit dead perfect here.
Yep.
Incredible.
This was one of those draws where instead of you being like, a draw, you're like, yo, that was insane. That was a well-planned draw. That was gorgeous. Like, I feel for that. And like, now you know it's going to continue. Now you know there's going to be another one. It's going to be a part 2.
Gotta run that back. And they are in 2 weeks. Cody versus Orange Cassidy for the TNT
all
Championship.
the shits. And I believe in the crowd during this match, we see Darby Allin. And
Darby
Allin
was the crowd NPC for this match. Because he will face the champion at Full Gear.
Play the music.
Mortal Kombat shit. You know it's playing. And he's the perfect sort of character for it, too.
Fucking looking like, what is it, Shao Kahn's little son?
Right. Excellent. So we got Marvez. He is with Lance Archer and Jake Roberts. Mm-hmm. And Jake about to cut this real promo. Why does a man climb a mountain? But Moxley comes in immediately like, fuck that. I'm gonna whip your ass. And it's a fight.
Yep. It's like, oh, you want to jump me? I'm gonna beat your ass right here. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
So Mox comes in, the refs break it up, and there we are again. These two want to kill each other.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies. We go to the crowd with Tony. He's with Matt Hardy and his family.
This was sweet.
Wife and kids. This was sweet. So Matt announces that, he's happy to be celebrating 1 year of AEW Dynamite. He's happy he's here. Happy to announce that he has been cleared to return to action, get back in that ring. But then he is interrupted by a video of someone. The assailant is burning Matt's pictures, and he turns around and...
It was me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin.
Sammy Guevara, it turns out, was the one who attacked Matt Hardy because he says, who else would it be, Matt? Who else has been trying to kill you for the past few months? He's right.
Yeah.
But I guess people are upset that this feud is continuing.
JR should have said son of a bitch.
Right? Oh,
he should have said it. He should have. Oh, man. That's going to bother me forever.
But I guess it wasn't the moment. But I mean, I'll say this about going back to Sammy and Matt.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it again, do a deletion match. Do it at Matt's house where you can pre-tape it and they don't have to take that many bumps.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this shit cursed. All
right? I want that, but for other reasons. I want that because I feel like, all right, it's going to get stale because they've already done the hardcore shit already. Like they did to me what I thought would have been the rubber match.
Yeah, and it probably would have been, but the spot got fucked up.
So I guess they want to redeem themselves, but it's like, if you're going to do it, don't have a regular hardcore style match. Do the ultimate deletion, like you said. Yeah, because it needs to be something, it needs to be something different other than, just a regular hardcore. Because we've seen it already.
Yeah.
Seen it.
So... that takes us to Tony in the ring now with FTR and the tag team division. And they've got a tumbler in there, a roller.
It's the Royal Rumble. Tevin, it's the Royal.
They're drawing their Royal Rumble numbers. It's a random draw for a fatal 4-way number 1 contenders match next week. I got quibble with this, a little quibble.
Mm-hmm.
See, I get that the number 1 contenders were technically the best friends, and they just had their title match tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that they got to figure out a new one. But I don't know. If you have rankings, I feel like you should just go based off the rankings before anything else. They did that before with the gauntlet match. So I don't know. I prefer if they would do that instead of like, you don't need to do a random draw. That's why you got rankings.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say about that. Like, what was the point of all that? Because to be honest, what's the point of the rankings? But you nailed it.
Yeah. So here's the flip side of that. Then they announced the teams, and I'm like, well, shit, I like all these teams.
Yeah, because it was the Private Party coming down first, I believe.
Yep, Private Party. Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order, and I'm like, oh shit, my boys, they're coming up. So
yes,
I can't hate on the exposure for that young up and coming team they're pushing. Butcher and Blade, the third team, which good squad, can't hate, and the last team, the Young Bucks,
the Bucks of Youth.
Yes, the Bucks of Youth. So the Bucks, they hit the ring. They shake hands with FTR and they have a little stare down. FTR naturally is shaky with it because they're expecting a super kick because the Young Bucks have been super kicking everyone.
Hey. And they're like, we're not here to super kick you.
Yeah.
And then before they can say who they are going to super kick, we're here to blah! Gunshot in the night.
They super kick Silver and Blade.
Murder. It was so quick and quiet. I was like, oh. You know what I'm talking about? It was one of those. It was like, they literally just, we're here to murder.
Yeah, like you look down, you look up, it's going down. You don't even know how it happened.
Yeah, just pow.
So a big brawl kicks off. Private Party makes the save. They stand tall with the Bucks. And they have a little handshake. But then immediately, the Bucks drop them with super kicks. And they stand tall and stare down FTR to end the segment. And it is true. Asshole Young Bucks, PWG Young Bucks are the best Young Bucks.
They're back.
Yeah.
Go home, Young Bucksy.
To think this is all because they're mad they're not friends with Hangman anymore.
And what the hell? Is Kenny still cool with them? Because I haven't seen them do anything together anymore.
Well, it's funny. They even on BTE this week, when they had the whole thing with Brandon Cutler, where he asked him to second him for his match, the Bucks even straight up told him, we only second one guy. Like, that's what that's about. The one guy is Kenny Omega.
Gotcha.
So. And they didn't second Brandon. They said they were going to go out for his match, and they didn't. We may see OG lead again at some point as, like, assholes. It could happen.
I'm trying to think, like, how dope it would be to have the Elite versus the Undisputed Era.
It'd be great.
That would be some shit. Ain't that right, Vince?
Goddamn, pal.
Ain't that right, Vince? Why don't we have like a world tournament of some sorts? A real one. Imagine that, Tevin. We can have the guys. We have
the World Cup, pal. It takes place in Saudi Arabia.
Get that shit
every year.
Get that shit the entire fuck out of here.
It's the best in the world.
Did
you know my son is the best in the world?
It's feces. And imagine having like a G1 for the entire fucking world of wrestling.
We'll see if AEW can get with New Japan.
And it would be a 2-week thing. Like a 2-week deal, and it would be like it's like a World Cup with like NXT versus Ring of Honor, and like AEW versus Impact, and like whatever's left of the NWA with fucking Hog or GCW or all that. Give me all that shit. That would be fucking. Whatever's in the UK nowadays. Is World of Sports dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
What's left over there?
I don't know.
Fucking NXT
Most of it
UK
got scooped up by WWE. So,
yeah, right. NXT UK, fucking Evolve. Get Evolve in that bitch too.
That's NXT basically.
To shut up. Get everyone. Give me all the guys from all the places.
Yeah.
And have like a big 2-week tournament, and then like a world champion match. You know what I'm talking about?
That kind of sucks. I'm just thinking about it. Well, I mean, COVID played its part, but like I was just thinking about how WWE was doing all that expansion in the UK, and all the companies were getting on board, and there were people that kept saying, "Man, WWE is gonna fucking kill this scene, and people were like, no, they're helping out, and then WWE killed the fucking scene.
Ate it. Ate it, completely monopolized the entire thing and said, ha ha ha, pow.
You were warned, but whatever.
Yeah.
Next match. AEW Women's Championship on the line. Number 2 ranked Big Swole versus the champion Hikaru Shida. Swole. Now remember what I said about needing someone like Serena Deeb?
Yep.
This match is what I mean.
There's your sign.
You need Serena Deeb types to bridge the gap between the talent and the experience issue that the AEW women's roster has. This match is the perfect example of what I mean. Mm-hmm. Both of these women would have a better match with Serena Deeb.
OD.
Big Swole just had a better match with Serena Deeb.
OD. I wish, you know what man, that would be insane, bruh. But you want to know what it is? I feel like it had to be these two because it had to be somebody who like made sense with this situation because Deeb just came in.
Yeah, like I get that they want to just give Serena Deeb a title match. She just came in. Big Swole was number 2 in the rankings.
Exactly.
And I get that they're not trying to do a Nyla match right away, I guess. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I understand. That, again, it goes back to the problem of the experience versus the talent. Because it's not like Big Swole isn't a good wrestler. It's not like Shida isn't a good wrestler. But just, again, you need someone like Serena Deeb until you can get the Joshis back to help bridge that gap and spread the table amongst your women's roster.
What they could have done is made this some sort of triple threat with her in it. And that's what I think would have worked, I guess. If they would have known how to work it, because, you know, they also can't just fucking throw in a triple threat women's match and not book it properly.
Yeah. So this is one where, like, I just quibbled with them about the rankings. This is one where they respected the rankings.
Yep.
And this is what you get sometimes. But again,
you was talking all that shit, and I'm the one over here defending it.
I don't begrudge them for respecting the rankings. I think they should always do that. But it's just it's an issue of maneuvering.
Yeah,
I trust them to maneuver.
But I didn't think this was a bad match. To be honest, the only thing that I found weird was she slipped one time. That's it.
Yeah, they slipped. Yeah. It was just a slight chemistry issue, a slippage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't a terrible match or nothing like that.
It was a good match.
Yeah, that's what happened. Shida, she does the deal, but Swole kicks out because it's a big match. People kick out of the Falcon Arrow when it's a big match.
Yeah,
but they don't get up after that knee strike.
Good
once
night.
She gets that knee strike, good night. Shida retains her championship. So after that, we got Eddie Kingston, Penta, and Phoenix, the Lucha Bros. They come over to commentary, and JR's like, "What the hell? What the hell is going on out here? We got Shawn Spears and Scorpio Sky. What the hell is this?"
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. But
Scorpio Sky, by the way, is number 5 in the rankings. He's been there for a couple weeks, but just something to note. That takes us to the main event.
Yes,
AEW World Championship on the line. Number 1 ranked Lance Archer versus the champion Jon Moxley.
Yeah, Moxley.
Justin Roberts he was going to do all that, but this match is no DQ, so he didn't really get a chance to do a big intro.
They're going to die.
Fighting.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies. This match was great. These two beat the shit out of each other.
They did, though. They did.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Exactly what you would expect.
I like match. This is, if you want to give me a good match, give me this shit. And I'll be like, yeah, everybody dies.
I love watching Lance Archer just throw dudes around like sacks of shit and with not a care in the world. And Jon Moxley's the perfect guy for him to do that too, because Jon Moxley doesn't give a fuck. And at several points in this match, he just looks up at Lance like, fuck you. And Lance just still beats the piss out of him.
Man,
it's great.
I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna be an unpopular view. Yo, can I'm sorry, but can Lance's hair get any more thotty? He went with the whole Keisha Cole shit now, where it was like an ombre from absolute blonde to like absolute red. What is going on here with the state of his hair, mate?
Lance is out here doing... Lance, he got a shout out from fucking Monty Brown on Twitter.
Why?
I marked for that shit.
I don't... What? How? What?
Especially so because he hit the fucking pounce in this match.
Pounce. So that's why he was like, yeah, that's my move.
Yeah. Monty Brown, the alpha male, showing some fucking love to Lance
He needed
Archer.
to come back. Didn't he leave for like some unforeseen circumstances?
Dude still looks, so he looks jacked.
Yeah.
Still got all the charisma in the goddamn world.
Like, didn't his like sister die or some shit? And
yeah, he had like some crazy family situation.
Yes, and then like it turned his life to God and all that good shit. Yeah, fucking come back and have a match. God won't mind. Yeah. God would be very happy. He would be like, you
just one time hit a nigga with a pounce.
Yeah, just
just one time.
Dude,
yeah. But
yo, there's a part where Lance is setting up the tables, and he does the smile and the look of. You've seen that gif of that really burly like woodsman or whatever, and he's like,
yes,
and he goes. So, fucking Lance is looking at the crowd while he's setting up the table, and he goes, "Hey," the little smirk, and then. And I was like, why? What was that all about?
It's time for this man to die.
This was so ECW low-key. I love this shit. It was like Taz fucking Bam Bam Bigelow fighting all over the entire arena.
Yeah,
this is my type
breaking
of
shit and beating each other up.
Man,
so they fight to the apron. Lance, he tries to underhook him through a table, but Mox, he goes for a low blow. He goes low.
Yep.
Paradigm shift off the apron, through the table. But Archer, yet again, still, he comes back, chokes. Mox sets up a chair stack in the ring, 2 chairs.
Because he always does.
Yeah. But he who sets up the plunder goes through the plunder this time, as Archer chokeslams him through that chair stack.
Yep.
He hits the blackout, but Mox is able to roll through right after he hits the blackout.
What is he made of?
For a crucifix pin.
What is he made of?
Gets the victory.
What are you made of, Mox?
Normally, I do not like finishes like that.
Yeah.
Where a dude hits his finish and then the other dude like immediately pins him or whatever. I don't know. It's always been weird to me, but I don't know. I'll kind of take it here because
it's the way they did it though. Instead of you being like, man, that's bullshit. With this one, it was like, the fuck are you made of, Mox?
That's it. Mox's character and even the promos well established. The level of pain that Jon Moxley can take and is willing to take to keep his world title.
It's like Goku.
Yeah.
Goku, for some weird reason, he'll die. He'll be dead. The fight is over. Somehow, some way, just glimmer of hope. And you're like, glimmer of hope. Fighting spirit. Uses fighting spirit. Pins him 1, 2, 3. Love it. It works for some people. Hate it on Cena. Hate it on anybody who overuses it. Mox doesn't ever use that. So it's like, I fuck with it.
Wait, it was different. It's not like Mox is just taking everything the dude threw at him and then he comes out none the worse for wear.
No.
He's punished and he ekes out a win. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, so acceptable.
Yeah, but then the Murder Hawk was about to kill him. Yeah,
Lance was like, fuck that. Everybody still dies. So he's going to kill him. But Eddie is immediately on commentary like, go help him. And at first, the commentators thinking, they make you think that help him means help Lance kill Mox.
Yeah.
But what Eddie meant was just go help Mox. Save him.
Yeah. Save.
And they saved him.
I didn't take it that way for some weird reason.
Yeah, I thought he meant help Mox.
Yeah, like he's about to die. Go help him.
Yeah. And then they hit the ring, and they were like hesitating for a second. I was like, oh, maybe he did mean kill Mox. But then they saved Mox, and I was like, oh, okay.
See, with me, it's like, I the entire time I was okay with it. I totally forgot they even had a match. Like, it was just like, oh, this is fine. You feel me? Like, they're saving him, and then, you know, we know these two have history. They had a match, and that's fine. They were like, but then I forgot his match was the one where he didn't tap out.
Yeah.
So I was like, right. So you tell him what happens. Go ahead.
Eddie Kingston, the king of technicalities here in AEW, he comes in the ring, he holds up Mox, he celebrates the world champion. He says, hey, look, listen, I'm not here to fight you. We did that already. We had a great match. I never submitted, but we had a great fight. You know, I'm proud of you, Mox. Me and you, we go way back, long-time friends, and I always knew you'd make it to the top. Come on, everybody, give it up for the world champion. 1 year of AEW Dynamite, and this man is the man that carried the company on his back.
The part that killed me, like, come on, y'all seem kind of quiet.
Yeah, y'all seem kind of quiet. Come on now, it's the world champion right here. Give the world champion his belt. Let's go, let's celebrate.
Even though I never tapped out.
Yeah.
That was it after that.
So they do that, and then Eddie, of course it was a ruse. He hits him with a back fist, drops him,
what a
chokes
back
him
fist.
out.
MMA straight back.
Hell yeah.
Bah, right in the jaw.
And then, of course, he says, as the show goes off the air, I never tapped out. I never quit. I'm going to get you, Moxley.
While he choked in his ass.
Yeah.
Yo, you saw his face when he was choking him with the little Tupac bandana? You saw that shit?
Yeah.
The fucking hilarious scene. I'm telling you, man, it's weird. I wish, take the Butcher and the Blade off of him. Give him Santana and Ortiz. Keep the Lucha Bros in there. Have that be a fucking squad. That would be fucking insane. Then you could keep fucking Wardlow and Jeff with Sammy Guevara over there.
It seems like that's where I'm interested in seeing what the dynamic with Sammy and Jeff is. Because clearly these are two of Jericho's kids fighting for his affections.
Yeah. I hope that in the end what ends up happening is Santana and Ortiz do their own thing.
Yeah. I can see this being like where the Inner Circle makes their break and everybody goes off and does their own shit.
Or have Jericho be like, now instead of being the guy who goes for the title or the titles, have him be the guy who's like, you remember how old he was when after a while when he stopped wrestling and he just like kind of like was around from time to time to like help out the Horsemen type shit?
Yeah.
And how he almost became the second JJ?
Yeah.
So, or even better example, Arn. In the later years of WCW. Remember when Arn became the basically the JJ?
Yeah.
Like that.
He's out there with Benoit and
with
Mongo and all those guys.
Mm-hmm. Or Pillman, which is like my favorite Four Horsemen group.
I was trying to think of like actual good horsemen.
Pillman to me,
Pillman is a good horseman.
Yeah, like Pillman, Benoit, and I think even was Malenko ever even? No. Or was that Mongo?
Mongo was in there.
Here comes Mongo.
For some reason, I feel like Malenko was either flirting with it or I don't know if he was ever officially a horseman, but I can't remember.
All I remember is
that song. Does everybody own that song? Probably. Yeah,
they do. Fucking watch Arn own that shit. Yeah, Arn.
That'd be amazing if Arn owned it. I wish he owned his fucking WCW theme. But yeah, that's the show. That's Dynamite. That's NXT. That's all of it. This was one of those Dynamites where, like most of the live ones, the time management gets a little crazy. It seems like they're rushing little things because something went long. In this case, you could definitely tell fucking MJF went super long. But other than that, a solid show. Maybe below the expectations you may have had for the big 1 year anniversary, but a good show.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
I felt like they should have done something. It was missing that little bit of WWE-ness. As much shit as I talk about WWE, they do something when it comes to like anniversaries and shit like that, where they add little wrinkle. Well, they used to. Wow.
Yeah.
Old school. Think about like, I don't know, but when did they do good anniversary shit? Fucking Ruthless Aggression era. They were really good at doing all the anniversary stuff, and you know, they just always added extra matches that made it feel really good. Something about like late Attitude Era, early Ruthless Aggression era, they were really good with anniversaries and, you know, anything that gave you that nostalgic feel or had to do with like something older of theirs, you know? You know, anything that was a moment for them in those days was like, they did it proper, where they would have something feel special because they'll have this extra match or they'll add this extra stipulation, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there wasn't like a huge, because that's the benchmark of like a WWE anniversary show. There was like this either a big angle for storylines or a big angle with like a legend or something. Something big happened, and on this show, they had big matches, but like there wasn't a big moment of sorts, I guess. Which, whatever.
Remember Mordecai?
From regular show or the wrestler?
the wrestler, obviously. Didn't he become a vampire?
From regular show.
Didn't he become a vampire?
That he did, didn't he?
Wasn't it Kevin Thorne or some shit like that?
Yeah, Kevin Thorne and
Ariel.
What's his face? Yeah, Ariel.
Fucking
weird.
WWECW.
In the beginning, that shit was weird. By the end, it was just NXT. But in the beginning, that shit was
basically. All right. Well, Tevin, that was our show so far, I guess.
Yes, sir. That was the show.
Okay. Tell them where to find us.
Yeah, you already know where to find us. Find us on Instagram at Ramblemania Show and at Banter Club Podcast. Find us on Twitter at Ramblemania, Facebook.com/Ramblemania Show. You can also find our group there, Ramblemania Show's Banter Club. All these places across the socials are where we post and keep you up to date on all our goings on and events. It is where the shit goes down. As far as audio goes,
why is the doodle? I thought the shit went down in the toilet.
It does go down.
Because you flush it and then the shit goes down.
Figuratively.
Fire me, I'm already fired. Fire me.
As far as audio goes, we are everywhere audio is found. That is Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Anchor, TuneIn, Overcast. Everywhere your podcasts are found, just search Ramblemania Show or Banter Club. As far as the videos, the visuals, that is right here, youtube.com/Ramblemania Show. It's not the actual link, but whatever. You go to the search bar, you search Ramblemania Show, you search Banter Club. When you get here, so you don't have to keep searching for the link, you click subscribe, you like our videos, you click the bell, so that when the new content drops, it goes straight to you. As far as me personally, find me on Instagram at TJ the Great 1. That's TJ the GR, the number 8, the number 1. And find me on Twitter at TJ the Great. That's TJ the GR, the number 8. It's as simple as that.
TJ the Great. You can find me on Instagram at the number 6, letter X, letter L. You can find me on Twitter at SIIXX. Ain't I great? That is at SIIXX. You're all ready. Woo. Well, this week we don't got nothing crazy, so we're just gonna leave you with Too Sweet.
Too Sweet.
And a good fight.
And a good night.
Tevin, play that music.
Oh, you already know it's playing.
Do-do-do. Do-do.